What if I told you that throughout human history, there have been coincidences so unbelievable that scientists are still scratching their heads trying to explain them? Sometimes life throws strange things at us. You run into an old friend in another country, or you think of someone and they call you that very second. But some coincidences go far beyond ordinary chance. Here are 10 of the most astonishing historical coincidences that sound as if someone deliberately planned them. Lincoln and Kennedy. Abraham Lincoln and John Fitzgerald Kennedy, two United States presidents, were both shot in the head on a Friday in the presence of their wives. Lincoln was elected to Congress in 1846. Kennedy exactly 100 years later in 1946. Lincoln became president in 1860. Kennedy in 1960. Lincoln's successor was Andrew Johnson, born 1808. Kennedy's was Lyndon Johnson, born 1908. Lincoln's assassin was John Wilkes Booth, born 1838 to 1839. Kennedy's was Lee Harvey Oswald, born 1939. Both assassins were killed before they could stand trial. Lincoln was killed in the Ford Theater. Kennedy was riding in a Lincoln limousine made by the Ford Motor Company. The list goes on and on. King Umberto I and his double. On 28 July 1900, King Umberto I of Italy stopped at a small restaurant in Monza. The owner turned out to be his exact look-alike. Both were named Umberto. Both were born on 14 March 1844 in Turin. Both married women named Margherita on 22 April. Both had sons named Vittorio. And both opened their businesses, one the kingdom, the other the restaurant, on the same day. The next morning, the king was told his double had been shot in mysterious circumstances. That same day, 29 July 1900, Umberto I was assassinated by an anarchist. Two men who lived parallel lives died within hours of each other. The novel that predicted the Titanic. In 1898, 14 years before the disaster, writer Morgan Robertson published Futility, or The Wreck of the Titan. His fictional liner Titan was almost an exact blueprint of the future Titanic. Similar size, top speed of 24 to 25 knots, 3 propellers, hailed as unsinkable, catastrophically few lifeboats, and sank in April in the North Atlantic after hitting an iceberg on the starboard side. Robertson claimed the plot came to him in a dream. Edgar Allan Poe and Cannibalism at Sea. In 1838, Edgar Allan Poe published the narrative of Arthur Gordon Pym of Nantucket. 4 shipwreck survivors draw lots and eat the cabin boy named Richard Parker. 46 years later, in 1884, the yacht Mignonette sank. The 4 real survivors in the lifeboat did exactly the same thing, and the victim's name was also Richard Parker. Mark Twain and Halley's Comet. Mark Twain was born on 30 November 1835, 2 weeks after Halley's Comet passed Earth. In 1909, he said, "I came in with Halley's Comet and I expect to go out with it." On 21 April 1910, the day after the comet's next perihelion, Twain died. The Jim twins from Ohio. In 1940, identical twins born in Ohio were separated at birth and adopted by different families. Both families, without consulting each other, named the boys James, Jim. The brothers met only at age 39 and discovered they had both married women named Linda, divorced them, married women named Betty, named their sons James Allen/Allen, owned dogs named Toy, worked in law enforcement, and shared countless other identical habits and life events. 3 strangers on a train. In 1920, 3 men boarded the same train compartment in England and started chatting. The first introduced himself as Mr. Bingham, the second as Mr. Powell, and the third as Mr. Bingham Powell. None were related, just 3 random passengers whose surnames formed a perfect combination. The Moforth twins and simultaneous heart attacks. On 22 May 1975, identical twins John and Arthur Moforth, living dozens of miles apart in Britain, each suffered a severe heart attack at almost exactly the same moment. They were taken to different hospitals and both died within minutes of each other. Hitler and Roosevelt. Mirror image enemies. Adolf Hitler became Chancellor of Germany on 30 January 1933. Franklin Delano Roosevelt was inaugurated as United States President on 4 March 1933. Both rose to power during economic crises. Both were charismatic speakers. Both launched massive recovery programs. Both overcame serious illness in their youth. And both died in April 1945, just 18 days apart. Violet Jessup. The woman the sea couldn't sink. Stewardess and nurse Violet Jessup served on all 3 Olympic-class liners of the White Star Line. She survived the Olympics collision in 1911, the sinking of the Titanic in 1912, and the explosion that sank the hospital ship Britannic in 1916. 3 of the century's worst maritime disasters, and she walked away from every one. She lived to 83 and died peacefully in her bed. These stories make you wonder, where does pure coincidence end and something far greater begin? If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the next videos. It really helps a lot. And if you know any other mind-blowing coincidences, drop them in the comments. I read every single one. See you in the next one!